In today's video, we're going to talk about the energy at play for March, and the year is 2023. So get comfortable, buckle up, and let's dive into this. Like, subscribe, and share. Hi, my name is Lotfi, and today we're going to talk about this month, the month of March. Today is already the 3rd. I have been busy with other things, that's why I'm a little bit late, but hey, maybe you already have started to experience certain things that I'm talking about, so maybe this will be like, oh, yeah, actually, now that I hear this, you're right. So today is gonna be a little bit different from the previous updates. I'm gonna combine a few things, and I'm just gonna dive into it. So this month will be an interesting month. It's the start of spring, which means new beginnings, which means, again, change, transformation. After having been through a period of being more dormant, and you see that mainly in the Northern Hemisphere, you saw that there was like the winter sleep for certain animals. Trees and plants have been dormant, but also humans have been more slow, needing more sleep. I'm one of them. And not being always very productive, very active. Although there are certain sectors where people have been pushing very hard, but that was not natural. That was forcing themselves to reach their targets, to get certain deadlines met. But that's not the natural way. It's not what feels naturally good. And you have heard me talk a lot about listening to your body, being in the present, being in the here and now, being really in your body, not up here, but being in here. And I've been saying this a lot because it's crucial for everything that we're going through. With all the transformations that are happening, whether it's being within our physical self, our DNA is mutating. It's always mutating, but it's mutating faster. The world around us is changing. I'm not just talking about what people say in the media about climate change, CO2, methane, war, all kinds of stuff. No, those are just manifestations of the world within us. Imbalances within us create imbalances in our reality, in the way we live, in the way we do things. And of course, this will cause imbalances in the world around us. So, being in the here and now, being in your body, listening to your body is crucial. The reason that I am calm, and that I have been calm the past 3 years, where a lot of people got really stressed, freaked out, went through depression, burnout, whatever kind of stress. I had very little stress. I had moments, but not periods. And that is because I've been working on being in my body, on finding my inner peace, which created peace around me. Aside from coaching, I also have a daily job. I actually have 2 daily jobs. And I do not get much stress from that. I attracted people who I resonate with, who accept my way of being, who do not push me hard and hard and hard to to reach targets and to do this and that. You know that energy that you have in many corporations? Well, the company I work for is not so small. Actually, both companies are not so small. And there's a lot to do. And I do a lot. But I do it mostly without any kind of stress. Yes, I can be tired at the end of the day sometimes. Hey, that's okay. But there is mutual respect, there's appreciation. And when I need to take a break, I can take that break. My colleagues support me in that. But I, of course, also support my colleagues in that when they need a break. And this is really important. I've worked in corporations for a long time where it was one-way traffic. The employees had to do everything for the corporation. The corporation was on paper doing stuff for them, but in reality, nothing. Rare have been the jobs where there was a balance, where there was an exchange. I'm not talking about an exchange of you putting in your hours and the effort and then getting money in return. Because if you have no time, if you have no energy to spend that money, if you have no energy to actually do something fun in your free time, then there is no balance. And this has been coming to the surface in the past few years, and is coming more and more to the surface. And it will increasingly come to the surface in every circumstance where this is the case, where there is imbalance, where this is your relationship with your employer, your relationship with your colleagues, your relationship with your friends, with your life partner, your lover, with your children. All kinds of relationships will need to get balanced. And relationships can also be the ones that you have with the government. A lot will come to the surface about corruption, imbalance, about oppression, indoctrination. I'm not just talking about governments, I'm also talking about corporations, I'm also talking about even your friends or your partner. People telling you what to do, how to live, how to feel, what to think, what to believe, and pushing you hard if you do not follow what they're saying. That's not going to work anymore. If you don't want it to work, it will stop. But you need to stand up for yourself. And you do that by starting to respect yourself first. Because if you do not respect yourself, the others have no reason to respect you. But it was when I decided to stand up for myself that things started to change. When I started to respect myself, others started to respect me. They were still not respecting people around me in the same company. But I was getting the respect that I felt I deserved. And of course, there are always some exceptions, some people who think they can just shit on everyone's head. But I just took my baseball bat and kicked it back at them. So this month, you may start to see what you really need to change, or what is changing around you, or what steps you can take to change things in your life. You may realize where you stand. And realizing does not mean things have changed. Realizing means you can make the change happen. But you need to find your unique way to do it, the way that works for you. Not from fear, but from love. So instead of saying, oh, I really don't want that anymore, say, I want this. And when your focus is on what you want, not from an energy you feel like, oh, I want a lot of money because then I will feel safe. No, I feel safe because I am safe. You are alive, which means you're safe. You have been safe. That's why you're alive. You survived everything that was thrown at you. So stop being in fear. Stop being scared. Stop believing all those people who tell you that you're constantly in danger. Stop watching the news. It is only telling you about all the horrors in the world. If you watch the news every day, you'll believe one thing and one thing only, that you're already in hell. Well, those people who stopped watching the news realize that it's more paradise than hell. There are more good people than they thought. There is more love and compassion than they saw before. I'm not saying it was not there. They just didn't see it. And I've been experiencing the same. So change your perspective. Set your goals. Let them be ambitious, but not extreme. Reachable. Even if you do not know yet how to reach them, it's okay. But set those goals, set those intentions, and then start taking steps and making decisions into that direction. You can do it. I started doing it long ago, and many things changed in my life. So why can't you do it? And if you have a whole list of buts why you can't, then start looking at all those buts. Maybe they're just full of shit. You get it? Yeah. Our mind is very good at throwing up obstacles. But in here, we can always feel which direction to go and what is good for us. Having compassion for yourself. Stop judging yourself, your past self, your present self, for what you have done and what you're doing. And instead start focusing on what you would love to do, what you would love to achieve. What creates more peace, ease, softness in your life, but also around you, because you will start to behave the same way towards others. And when you do not judge others, others will stop judging you. And you will be able to actually agree on certain things. Find the common things that you have and work together on those. The fun thing is, when you start doing that, you will start to see how things start to change around you. How much more productive you're becoming. How much more good you create in the world. How many more loving people you start to attract, or simply start to come on your path. Which you actually attracted, but you may not realize how you're attracting them. And from there your life will transform. The world around you will transform. And yes, certain people will still see the world as hell, but you may start to see the world as paradise. Or at least a good place. Or maybe just a neutral place, instead of being hell every single day. I experienced hell for a long period in my life. Because I was unable to see the bigger picture. I was unable to see what was possible. I was drilled and trained and indoctrinated and manipulated into fear. Thinking out of fear, acting out of fear, making decisions out of fear, judging out of fear. It was all fear-based. Once I started to realize that there was another way, things started to change. It took me many years. But hey, lucky you, everything is going faster today. So you can do it much faster than I did. So let this month be a new beginning for you. Let this month be the month where you started to change your life, to turn it around, to bring more joy and happiness in it, to connect with more beautiful people, create more good. And from there, continuing steadily but slowing on the way up. It may go like this, but it's still going up. And before I forget, what can help a lot is to have a mentor and or a coach. Somebody who can hold a mirror in front of you. Somebody you can ask for advice if you don't understand certain things, if you cannot see the forest through the trees, if you need some more clarity, if you need a helicopter view, a zoom out. Feel free to contact me. I do offer these services to people who are willing to work on themselves. This concludes the video for today. I wish you a beautiful month and see you in the next video. Like, subscribe and share.